Most people think about investing as buying something and hoping it goes up. Price goes up, you win. Price goes down, you lose. And if the company pays a dividend somewhere in between, great bonus money. This video is about a completely different way of thinking about your portfolio. What if the goal was not to wait for the price to go up, but to build a portfolio that pays you on a schedule every single year, whether the market is up or down, whether the economy is in recession or recovery, whether the news is good or terrible. That is what a dividend portfolio does. It's not a collection of stocks you hope will rise. It is a cash flow machine you build deliberately, one consistent payer at a time. The question is, which Nigerian stocks have actually proven they can do that? Not in theory, not based on what they promise, based on what they have actually done through the 2016 recession, through 2 rounds of major devaluation, through COVID. Today, I'm going to show you 6 names grouped into 4 sectors that have passed that test. This is not a list of stocks I think will pay dividends. This is a list of stocks that have demonstrated with real payment history that they will always pay you. By the time you've been watching this video, you'd have a short list of names to research for building a portfolio that pays you consistently for years. But before naming every stocks, you need to understand that not every company that pays a dividend belongs on this list. A company can pay dividends once and never pay again. A company can pay generously in good years and disappear in bad ones. That is not what we are building here, because some of you will be like, what about this company? What about that company? The filter for this video has 3 parts. The first one is companies that paid through the hard years. The 2016 recession was the most brutal test for Nigerian corporate earnings in recent memory. Naira devaluation, oil price crash, inflation, negative GDP growth. If a company paid dividends in 2016, even a small one, that tells you something real about its commitment to shareholders. The second one is companies that paid through COVID. 2020 was a global shock. Aviation ground took a halt. Consumer spending collapsed. Banks faced rising NPLs. Companies that kept paying through 2020 did so by choice. They prioritized their shareholders even under pressure. The third one is the trajectory is growing, not shrinking. Consistency alone is not enough. The dividend must be growing over time, or at a minimum holding a steady. A company paying 0 naira 10 kobo for 15 years in a row is consistent but not useful for building real cash flow. Every stock I show you today passes at least 2 of these 3 tests. Most passed all 3. Now the first stock, or let's say the sector we have on this list, is the banking sector. I will go with the likes of GTCO, Zenith, and maybe even include UBA. You see, Nigerian banking is the most reliable dividend paying sector on the NGX. 3 names I'm going to show you have combined payment histories going over 2 decades. And this is the most important. They are all banks. Owning all 3 is not diversification. It is concentration in one sector with 3 different names on it. So as I walk you through each one, the question you should be asking is, which one of these 2 fits my portfolio best? Not all 3. Now let's start with the first one, which I mentioned, GTCO. GTCO has paid a dividend every single year since 2000. That is 25 years of unbroken payments. Through the 2008 global financial crisis, through the 2016 recession, through COVID, every year without exception. But what makes GTCO particularly notable is not just the consistency, it's the frequency and the growth. GTCO pays twice a year, a final dividend and an interim dividend. Very few Nigerian stocks do this. It means shareholders are receiving income on a more regular schedule than most other names on the NGX. The growth picture, when you look at these companies, they paid total annual dividends of 0 naira 85 kobo in 2012. By 2025, that has grown to 8 naira in total dividends, 7 naira in final, and then 1 naira in interim dividends. That is nearly a 10x increase in the dividends over 13 years, while maintaining the twice yearly payment structure throughout. Moving over to Zenith, which is also in this sector, Zenith has been paying since 2005. There was a thin period around 2008-2010 where they paid 1 payment in late 2008. Then a gap before resuming again in 2010. Now this does not disqualify Zenith, but it means the never missed claim applies more cleanly from 2010 onwards. Since 2010, the record is strong and the trajectory is clearly upwards. For the 2025 financial year, Zenith Bank proposed a 10 naira final year dividends. They moved to a twice yearly payment structure from 2016 onwards. Same discipline as GTCO. Finally, we have UBA. UBA has the longest nominal history of the trade, paying since 2001. But one thing though is between 2011 and 2015 period, they are paying very lean dividends, around 0.05 crore, which is almost nothing, it's next to none basically. But since 2016, the trajectory has been clearly positive, and the recent numbers are actually dramatic. They paid around 3 naira 25 kobo around the 2025 from 0 naira 35 kobo back in 2021. The Pan-African footprint adds an increasing diversification angle within the banking sector. UBA operates across multiple African markets, which means its earning base is not purely naira denominated. The next company and sector we have is the palm oil sector, and for this sector we'll go with Okomo Oil, the 24-year-old palm oil machine. They have the most compelling single consistency story on the list. Okomo Oil has paid a dividend every single year since 2001, 24 consecutive years. But the story that makes Okomo extraordinary is not just the length, it is what happened in 2016. See, 2016 was the hardest year in recent Nigerian economic history. Every sector was under pressure. Okomo paid 10 kobo that year, a fraction of what it pays today. But they paid when they could have suspended the dividend entirely. As many companies did, they chose to pay. And then look at what happened after 2017. They paid 1 naira 50 kobo in 2017. By 2018, they paid 3 naira, growing every year, accelerating through the FX tailwind period. By 2025, Okomo paid 66 naira in total distribution across 3 payments in a single year. The structural reason for this growth is palm oil is priced in US dollar on global market. Okomo's revenue are effectively USD linked. Every time the naira devalues, which it does repeatedly, Okomo naira earnings increase. The dividend grows not because the business is doing something spectacular, but because the currency math keeps working in shareholders' favor. Next, we have NACO, the underrated dividend compounder. The name most viewers will not have considered actually. You see, NACO, which stands for Nigerian Aviation Handling Company, has paid a dividend every single year since 2007, 18 consecutive years, including 2016, including 2020, when the entire aviation sector was shut down. But the story that makes NACO genuinely surprising is the recent trajectory. In 2021, NACO paid 10 naira per share. In 2025, they paid 5 naira 94 kobo per share. That is approximately 60x increase in dividend in 4 years. To understand why, you see, NACO is the ground handling infrastructure for Nigerian aviation. Every plane that lands at a major Nigerian airport goes through their services. As aviation recovered, after COVID, and as international traffic into Nigeria resumed and grew, NACO's earning exploded. The dividend followed. NACO is the definition of a boring business that produces extraordinary results for patient shareholders. Nobody talks about it at dinner parties, if I may say. It does not trend so much on Twitter, finance spaces, but it just keeps paying, and the payment keeps growing, and that's why it made this list. Finally, we have Seplat, which is a dollar-denominated dividend. It has a different story entirely. Seplat has a different kind of consistency story. I will not say they have a long time history of paying dividend, but it's more of like a structural dividend play for me. You see, Seplat is the newest addition to this list in terms of dividend track record. Their NGX listed dividend history, when I looked at some of the places I do my research in 2021, so they have always paid. But for me, Seplat is more of like a USD play rather than a historical play. Now, what that means is that in practice, every time the naira weakens, the naira value of your Seplat dividend automatically increases, even if Seplat does not raise its USD dividends at all. In a country with a long history of currency devaluation, owning a dividend stock whose payouts are denominated in a hard currency is a form of portfolio protection that most Nigerian investors do not really think about deliberately. Seplat is not a 20-year consistency story. It is a structurally designed USD income instrument with a strong recent track record and business anchored in the Nigerian oil and gas production space. For a cash flow portfolio that wants some dollar, exposure, Seplat earns its place on this list. Now, for those of you that are really interested in leveraging on some of these stocks to build your portfolio, here's what I will say. Do not own all three banks. You want to pick one or two. Owning GTCO, Zenith, and UBA is not a diversified portfolio. It is 3 bets on the same sector with 3 different tickers. So you might want to go with GTCO and Zenith or GTCO and UBA. Secondly, you want to think in sectors, not just names. From this list, you have banking, one sector, agriculture, Okomo, aviation, infrastructure, which is NACO, and energy, Seplat. A portfolio that owns one bank, owns Okomo, owns NACO, and Seplat has 4 different sector exposures and meaningful currency diversification through Okomo USD linked revenue and Seplat USD denominated dividends. The dividend calendar matters as well. Some of These stocks pay once a year, some pay twice a year, some pays quarterly. A deliberately constructed cash flow portfolio can be structured so that income arrives across multiple months rather than all at once. I mean, I will not say it's easy to do in Nigeria, but it's actually very much possible. Most importantly, you want to start with what you understand. If you already bank with GTCO and also use UBA, maybe you want to build your portfolio with both of them. But if you use Zenith and GTCO, you want to use both of them. So start with what you understand rather than trying to be all over the place. Finally, you need to understand that dividend investing is not exciting. There are sometimes your stock portfolio is going to be down and there are times it's going to be up. The earlier you understand that the goal of you building this portfolio is for dividends rather than always selling, the better for you. And most importantly, you want to always invest your dividends so that your cash flow can grow as well. I hope you found value from this video. Don't forget to smash the like button, like the video, share this video to someone that is trying to build a dividend portfolio. And you can also join my WhatsApp channel using the link in the description. That's where I share my thoughts on what's happening in the market. And like always, don't forget to stay sharp, stay safe, and invest wisely.